Ovals and centers. Mind working through 5 ethical pattern field ovals with 6 governing centers connected by an ultrasonic central beam. The first oval is the head for control and direction, fire or intelligence. The second oval is the throat, a link for expression through speech, ether and sound. Third oval is the chest, the heart expression of life, energy in fluidic form, the lungs and diaphragm and gaseous functions, air. Fourth oval is the abdomen, nourishing and sustaining the body, energy. Fifth oval is the pelvis, perpetuating the pattern form, water energy. 3 fields and centers are necessary to express the soul as intelligent speech, life, and motion. 2 fields and 3 centers are necessary to sustain the perpetual body. Arms and legs are extension levers to overcome gravity by motion of shifting polarity forces from a positive through a neuter to a negative pole and repeat. The most ancient and perfect arrow or rock design by nature is a self-propelled and self-directed rock. Straight lines of material geometric extensions used in mechanic expansion and contraction by mechanical means such as congestions are seen in the muscles of the back. The 2 pedaled centers in the front of the head are the seats of consciousness from the brain. It descends as a dual current in the serpentine, twisting motion, polarizing and depolarizing it in each of the 5 etheric fields. Psychic phenomena and special senses develop due to the stimulation of the chakra by concentration of mind energy or interest engine functions. In its function, animals depend on the keenness of one's sense for their direction and safety. The surpass of the ancient priests. They are linked to the brain and represent a continuous flow of energy. The 6 ventricles of the brain relate to the 6 spinning chakras. The etherical center for the voice, the airy center, respiration, circulation, lungs, and heart. The fire, the digestion system, the water center, generating force, emotional drives. The earth center, the elimination and bladder. It says swastika symbol in the body is in the base chakra. A spinning center or a crank or a chakra with the crank inserted. It's like a magnet would be the crank. The wheel gives off shoots of energy by rotation upward on the left side or the downward on the right side as the right hand turns. Composite picture of the pattern forces of the body in their wireless circuits. The top of your head is the ultrasonic core. The polarity of the serpentine brain current is reversed in the center of each oval field where the currents cross over each other, thus stepping down on the vibrational intensity of the currents, also changing the nature of its function in every center field. The dotted vertical lines are electromagnetic wireless waves flowing through the longitudinal muscle fibers of the body, giving them tone and maintaining the body upright against the gravity and inertia of Earth. The hand should be turned up with the thumbs forward, but for clarity of illustrating the 5 currents going through the fingers, they are shown thus. The oval horizontal lines around the body are electromagnetic wireless currents which give tone to the circular fibers of the muscles. They correspond to the currents from east to west in the atmosphere. The ultrasonic energy forms in the subventricle of the brain and the spinal cord, becomes primitive, and streaks through the notochord and the embryo. The fine white line in the center core is the ultrasonic energy current of the soul. It is the primary energy which builds and sustains all others. It flows through the 6 ventricles of the brain and spinal cord. When these are formed out of its mind, pattern energy field. When these are formed out of its mind, pattern energy field, this core is the center of attraction and emanation of all currents from the brain to the extremities. It is the internal gravity of the individual energy and line of force. It is distinct from the gravity of the earth. This is the true base for individual therapy. Electromagnetic energy attracts to the own center of polarity in its oval waves. It is prior to the gravity of the earth because it becomes by muscular motion moved, and it moves by energetic impulses. The earth's gravity attracts to its center of gravity in the force by squared by the distance. The piranal energy lines are purely functional and psychological, as longitudinal influence arises from the chakras and forming the 5 sensories and the 5 motor currents floating through the body, each digit of the hand and feet, and in the treatment of functional blocks or disturbances. The 5 senses are useful when the psychological mostly is involved. The center line through the body is the location path of the ultrasonic energy substance as the primary life current in the core of the being. It flows through the 6 ventricles of the brain and the spinal cord. It has 5 step-down centers below the brain for the specialization of functions, which we call the laws of nature for motion, life, and the preservation of the species. These centers in the 5 oval ethical fields are the core of the world in a right-hand direction from the back. Each of the 5 centers gives off circuit to each other and to each finger and toe. In this manner, the sensory and the 5 motor sensors are created and a function in the body.